Howdy, 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 ho!
This man's kingdom.
A jackass! As stubborn as a jackass is, he knows where his master's crib is. Hey, you can't trust when you say you're lost? Right! Exactly. Now let's see what Christ did.
He had all of Israel before him, and he prayed to the Most High for the people.
The scriptures say, do you not know that you are the temple of God?
Yes.
And the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
We are here to tell you who you are according to the scriptures.
That's right.
You make up the 12 tribes of the house of Israel.
That's right.
I'm going to continue to pick up what the brother left off at.
Bring it out.
Showing that we're out here to teach our people. As a matter of fact, give me Ezra chapter 7 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Because there's no better place that you could be right now than before the prophets of the Most High God.
That's
learning
right.
the scriptures, learning how to get in the kingdom, learning how to lead our nation, how to lift up our families, our households. Because let's face it, we've been destroyed as a people.
Right.
We've been completely destroyed and reduced as a people.
Right. That's
Go ahead
right.
and give me what you got.
The book of Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 25. And thou, Ezra, after the wisdom of thy God that is in thy hand, set magistrates and judges, which may judge all people. All the people.
That's what we're here to do. The Most High God has set us up to come out and judge the people, to teach the people. Read on.
That are beyond the river, all such as know the laws of thy God.
So we're supposed to teach those that know the laws of God and judge them, such as you, sister, because a lot of this information you know. I know you're new, coming into the truth. All praise to the Most High God. Welcome home. But we're out here to judge you on these things. Read.
And teach ye them that know them not.
And teach ye them that know them not. This is the brother and the sister over here. So that's what we're here today, to give you guys the law, statutes, and commandments
That's
on
right.
how we can live our lives. Give me Ezra, 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
Because it's important. It's very important that we do what this Bible says.
That's right.
It's very important. It's,
Right.
It's dire restraint that we got to get this done.
Bring it out.
And the Bible speaks to it. Why? You got it?
Bring it out.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
For God hath given straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
Joshua 1 and 8. What we should do to avoid punishment. So that's why we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Bring it
Because
out.
we got to avoid punishment. We have not avoided punishment as a people. We've been punished left and right. We get gunned down in the streets.
Right.
We at the bottom of society.
Right.
We get all kind of sickness, diseases, illnesses,
Right.
so on and so forth. Any type of punishment that people have ever received, it has been placed on us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
And we should
Teacher.
be tired of this thing.
Right.
We should be
That's
tired
right.
of struggling.
That's
we
right.
should be tired of the suppression that we go through.
That's
But
right.
we gotta keep God's law, statutes, and commandments in order to avoid these things.
Bring it
So right
out.
now we are a trap for punishment.
That's right.
We are a punishment target.
That's
Any
right.
sort of punishment, it just comes directly to us.
on, teach
like a
us.
heat-seeking missile.
That's right.
You got
Bring it
that?
out.
Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8.
That's right.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
So this book should not depart out of our mouth.
That's right.
You gotta study.
Right.
You gotta continuously study.
That's
read,
right.
follow
Teach
it,
us.
class after class,
Teach
scripture
us.
after scripture,
Right.
so on and so forth. It shall not depart from your mouth. It should not depart from your mind.
That's
because
right.
as soon as it departs from your mind, we go astray.
Bring it
Go back
out.
into the world.
That's
Read
right.
on.
Teach us.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night,
No, just the evenings.
day and night.
Just the weekends in church and Sundays we should read this Bible, right?
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
That's right.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
Then shall thou make thy ways prosperous. Once we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments,
That's right.
then shall God make our ways prosperous.
That's right.
And then thou shalt have good success.
And then once you have good success.
Teach us.
That's how we get it. That's your prosperity doctrine right
on,
there.
that's
They
right.
don't teach you to get prosperity that you got to keep the commandments
Come
of
on.
God.
Right.
They say come as you are.
Right.
Come as you will.
Right.
They don't tell you to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. That's how we're going to prosper as people. Not from feeding the pastor all our money, giving them our tithes, so on and so forth. We got to do what God says
That's
in
right.
order to prosper. Give me Ecclesiastes 7, verse 7.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
The book of Judith, chapter 5, Judith, chapter 5, and verse 17. And whilst they sinned not before their God,
Hold on, do what?
and whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered.
They prospered
Teach us.
from sinning not.
That's
Not
right.
doing what they want to do.
Come on.
Not doing their own will, but doing God's will.
That's right.
That's the only way we can prosper as a people. There was no other way.
Bring it out.
And guess what? Have we been doing God's will?
Come on.
Have we
Teach
as a nation
us.
of people?
Come on. Bring it out. Bring it
Not at all, right?
That's right.
Brother right there. Have we been doing God's will? Do we keep God's laws? Sure don't. Absolutely not.
That's right.
We all know that. And guess what? Do we prosper as a people? No, we do not.
That's
Not
right.
at all.
That's right.
That's why we're here in this corner today, to teach our people that we got to keep God's laws in order to prosper.
That's right.
Got more than
Just a little bit more. I'm going to read it from the top.
Bring it out.
Whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered because God that hateth iniquity was with them.
because God
Come on,
hates
bring
sin.
it out. That's
Teach
right.
us. God hates sin.
Right.
And because they stopped sinning, God makes them prosperous.
Bring it out.
That's the only way.
Teach.
You got that, Ecclesiastes?
Teach us.
Because earlier when we pulled up, something was going on out here. I don't know how many of you guys was here.
The church gives out food every Saturday here and clothes.
The church gives out food
Come on.
every Saturday, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7. Every Saturday, they
Come on.
give out church, they give out
But
clothes.
we have to listen to their sermon.
Bring it
So
out.
I'm
Right?
glad you said that,
There
sister.
you
I'm
go.
glad
Bring
you
it
said
out.
that.
Teach us.
We gotta listen to their sermon.
Come on, teach.
Their doctrine.
Yeah, that's why.
Bring
they
it out.
And who was it? Was it our people?
Helping Hands.
It was Helping Hands. Okay, was it blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
They're multicultural.
They're multicultural. Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Bring
So
it
check
out.
this out.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
We have to listen to their words in order to
They
get these
get it,
things.
they get it, yeah.
Well, how come they gotta come here?
Come on,
Is it a
teach.
coincidence that they're here?
Come on.
Or are they up there in the skyscrapers with the rich people giving out things?
Teach
No,
us.
they come to where people are struggling to your communities
That's
to
right.
give out things.
Come
Why?
on,
Because we're
teach.
not prospering as a people just yet. We gotta say, well, why they gotta come here? Because we are not prospering as a people.
Teach, Jack.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Bring that out.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
That's right.
So anybody with any sense
Come on.
should be upset about the things that are going in our community.
That's
Hey,
right.
Yeah.
last week we was here, we drove through, one of the brothers was getting pulled over and thrown out of the car.
Right. Come on, teach.
People running around. Now, I don't know what that brother did right or wrong, but that's what we face in our community.
Right.
Three
The
people
cops.
have died over here.
Absolutely. Say it again, sister. How many people?
3 people have died on this block alone.
3 people have died on this block
They
alone.
were killed.
That were killed. That is oppression. That
That's
is
right.
worse. That's why we're here today.
Teach us.
We're here today to get rid of this out of our community.
Right.
Read it again.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
So this should make you mad. Seeing our people targeted by the police,
Right.
targeted by the system, and targeted by our own people. Because we oppress our own people.
That's
We
right.
do. That should make anybody with any sense mad at the things that are going in our community.
Right.
Read on.
Bring it out.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a gift destroyeth the heart. Exodus 23 and verse 8. You got
Bring
it.
it out.
So, a gift destroyed the heart. How is a gift destroyed the heart? Because, like you said, when they pull up, you got to listen to their words.
Yeah.
Now, if they wasn't giving out that stuff, would people listen
Come
to their
on,
words?
teach.
No, they would
Bring it
not.
out. That's
no,
right.
they would
Bring it out.
not.
That's right.
But since they're giving out some food and clothing, what do we listen to? We listen to, where is it over here? We're listening to this image. This is what they push on us.
Cesare Borgia.
Cesare Borgia, son of Pope Alexander VI. This is white supremacy. They
That's
try to
right.
say that this is Christ, but it is not.
That's right.
This is the part that destroys the heart.
Right.
That's what destroys the mind.
Yeah.
Listening after their sermon because what? We need a little bit of food.
Yeah.
we need a little bit of clothing. Why? Because we are not prospering. Why? Because we're not keeping God's laws.
That's right.
Read what
Teach.
you got.
Bring it
Book
up.
of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise.
So we shouldn't take these gifts.
Teach, Chuck.
We shouldn't look after these other nations,
That's
these other
right.
people that's teaching against God's words to come in
Right,
and feed
right.
us, to come in and clothe us.
Right.
And then what? We take the gift and we take this with it.
Come
no,
on.
we should not. Read it
Teach.
again.
That's right.
And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of righteous.
And pervert the words of righteous. The words of righteous. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get the image of Christ real quick.
Bring it out. Teach,
Actually,
Chuck.
that give me righteousness real quick. I'm gonna touch on that first, and I'm gonna correlate it all together.
All praise. Bring it
Because
out.
these Christian churches, they pervert the words of righteousness.
Teach,
What do they
bring it
say?
out. Bring this
They're not
in.
teaching righteousness.
No.
They're not teaching righteousness. Before we came up here, a lot of our people don't even know what righteousness
Come on.
is.
That's right. That's right.
Don't even know what righteousness is. So we're gonna get it.
Bring it out.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments.
That's
Actually, Judas 5 and 20. So that is our righteousness. If we observe to do these commandments, the
That's
commandments
right.
that we brought out today. That's how we become righteous.
Right.
That's how we become perfect in God's eyes. That's how we prosper as a people. That's how we avoid punishment. That's how we clean up our communities. That's how we get out of these traps
Right.
that these other nations place upon us.
Right. That's right.
Bring it out.
By
now.
simply
Teach.
keeping God's laws.
Teach,
Teach,
Chuck.
Chuck.
Teach.
Let's read this.
Bring it out.
Book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
This people is Israel. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's
So
right.
I hear these other nations are saying, if there's any sin in this people, God's chosen people, read,
and they sin against their God,
their God, the Most High God,
Right.
the only living God, read,
Right.
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
and it ruined us. The fact that we sin against our God, we become ruined as a people.
Right. Let 'em know.
Completely ruined as a people.
That's right.
And these other nations know that.
Right,
That's why they
right.
set up these traps so we can sin, so they can overthrow us, so they can walk all over us.
Right.
Read
Teach, Chuck.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Hold on. These other nations said, let's give them sin so we can do what?
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Come on,
And they have overcome us. They have overtaken
right.
us.
Right.
That's why we're at the bottom of society.
That's right.
That's why we got to go to them to get our food
Come
stamps,
on.
our WIC,
Come on.
any kind of support, or with the cell phones that they're passing
Teach.
out.
Come on.
God.
All
Teach.
that.
Teach,
All
y'all.
that, absolutely. We got to go to them for these things because they have overcame us by pushing and pumping sin into our community.
That's right.
Right.
Teach.
But now we're going to get to the prosperous side. Here's your prosperity doctrine right here. The true prosperity doctrine of the Bible.
Hey.
Of your Christian church.
That's right.
Read.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
If there's no sin in these people, read.
let my Lord now pass by.
Let us pass them by.
Right.
Let us not deal with these people. Let us not come in their communities.
Right.
Set up shop.
Right.
Give them food, clothes.
Right.
Seize your boys there.
Right.
Let us not pull them over. Stop and frisk.
Right.
Gun them
Right.
down in the streets.
Right.
Last hire, first fire.
Right.
Pump drugs.
Right.
Sell them guns.
Right.
Any prostitution.
Right.
All these things that plague our community. Let us not pump rap music in there.
That's right.
Let us not pump all these things in the community and destroy theirs. Let us not Section 8.
Right.
Let us not junctify, push them out.
Right.
Read.
Teach, Chuck.
Lest the Lord defend them.
Lest God defends us.
That's right.
Teach,
Lest
Chuck.
God stands up for us
Teach, Chuck.
and fights for us.
Let them know.
Isaiah 50 and 5 after this.
Bring it out.
And their God be for them.
And our God be for us.
That's
right
right.
now our God is not for us.
That's right.
Because we're not for God.
Teach.
We're for ourselves and we're for these other people.
Right.
These people who pump all these things that I mentioned into our communities. These people who walk over us. These people who trample on us. The people who destroy our
That's right.
neighborhoods.
Teach, Chuck.
That's who we are for. We are for our oppressor.
That's right.
We love our oppressors more than we love ourselves.
Bring it out.
That's why you got black on black crime.
Teach.
That's why you got our people that want to bleach their skin.
Right.
and dye their hair,
Right.
and so on and so forth.
Right.
Because subconsciously, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, we are for our oppressors more than we are for ourselves.
That's right.
You got it?
Bring it out. Teach, Doc.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 50 and verse 5.
Come on, bring it out.
The Lord God have opened mine ears.
This is what I hope and pray will happen to us all today. You new brothers and sisters that's just hearing this. I hope the Most High God opens up your ears today so you can receive wisdom and understanding.
That's right.
And I was not rebellious.
And that you do not rebel. Because we have given the words, we have given the law, statutes, and commandments
Right.
of how we should live and prosper. And I pray that you do not rebel against these things that has came out today.
That's right.
We don't.
Neither turned away back.
Neither turn back to
Come
what
on.
we once knew.
That's right. Teach, Doc.
Neither turn back and say, you know, let me go back. Let me go ahead and a woman dressed in some pants.
Come on.
Let me go ahead and defile the Sabbath.
Come
Let
on.
me turn back to eating pork.
Come
Let
on,
me turn
teach.
back to being an adulterer.
Right.
A drug dealer.
Right.
A murderer.
Right.
Hating my people.
Right.
I pray you don't turn back to these things, that you repent this day. Read.
That's right.
I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheeks to them that plucketh off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting.
You know.
For the Lord God will help me.
For the Lord thy God will do what?
For the Lord God will help me.
Because then the Most High God will help us.
That's
Once we
right.
start keeping His law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. Teach,
Give
Doc.
me Isaiah 30, Deuteronomy 30 and 30.
Bring
We're
it
gonna go a
out.
little bit more in this prosperity. Because we need God's help. We cannot do it ourselves.
That's right.
We cannot do it ourselves. By
Teach,
turning
Doc.
our back against God, that's what's put us here. And the only way we can come back up as a nation of people is we turn back to
That's
God.
right. Teach, Doc.
Do His will.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, and the blessing and the curse.
The blessings and the curses. This is very pivotal. This is very pivotal.
That's right.
We have received blessings and we have received curses. Guess what?
Teach,
we
Doc.
were blessed during the Dark Ages.
Right.
Now, these other nations teach you that the Dark Ages was a terrible, horrible period of time.
Teach. Come on, teach,
They
Doc.
teach you, hey, we were, that the world was in chaos.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Bring it
But
out.
guess what? The world was ruled by us.
That's right.
That's why it's the
Teach,
Dark
Doc.
Ages, because we was
That's
on
right.
top. We was in rulership.
That's
that was
right.
the blessing. King Solomon's times.
Right.
Those were the blessings. But right now, we are in the curses.
Right. Teach, Doc.
We turned against God, and right now, we are in the curses. We don't have the book bag today. Do we got it? I need a book out there. Who can give me a book? Oh, let me get icons. Let me get the icons. I want to touch on that, Russian icons, to give them an example.
Bring it
Because
out.
we don't come up here and just run our mouths.
Come on, teach
Everything
us.
we come out here is either out the Bible or documented facts.
That's
Go ahead.
I
right.
have a thing because I don't celebrate any of those holidays.
All praises.
They're pagan holidays.
Absolutely.
And this is that we're worshiping images. Is that correct? So every time they ask me why
Yeah.
I don't follow in these
Absolutely.
holidays, I really don't know what to say. I just say they're pagan
Okay.
holidays. I know they're wrong.
Well, give me Colossians
but
2 and
I
8 while
can't-
we're looking for this
I
real
can't-
Bring it out.
I'm going to give you a scripture real quick, because absolutely, the sister was saying that it is idolatry when we worship these certain holidays. Like what, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving,
right,
Valentine's
right,
Day,
right.
everything that you guys have ever known and heard of that is not in this Bible, we worship, and it is of the devil.
That's
So
right.
we're going to get that real quick, and then we're going to come back to the images that we're dealing with.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Yeah, there's plenty of images that we've turned away from. We've turned away from our own images,
Yes,
and we've
come on,
destroyed
teach.
our own images, and we lift up their images.
That's right.
Moses went up and the Israelites down there messed
To
up.
get
They
the
went
law,
back,
statutes, and
they
commandments, and
went
then they
back.
created that. That's right, they created idolatry.
That's right.
So you got that in Colossians 2 and 8?
The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
So we've been spoiled. Spoiled is destroyed, thrown out. You spoil milk, you throw it out. It is completely destroyed. Can you give me some images? It is completely destroyed. When something is spoiled, we've been spoiled through philosophy and vain deceit.
That's
the
right.
philosophy is, hey, Christopher Columbus Day.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
Easter.
Right.
Thanksgiving, so on and so forth.
That's
All of
right.
this is philosophy and vain deceit. I
That's
still
right.
need Colossians 2 and 8. I still need Colossians. I'll hold this for you. I still need Colossians 2 and 8. I got it. So we've been spoiled through all these different things.
Bring it out.
Read on.
The book of
Read from the
Colossians.
top as
The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men.
After the traditions of men, not after the traditions of this Bible.
Right.
You will not find no Easter bunny in the Bible.
That's
How you
right.
bring the lay egg?
That's right.
What does that got to do with Christ?
Right, teach.
Not at all. How some little midget with
Teach,
wings out his back gonna shoot arrows at somebody and make him fall in love?
Come on, teach,
This is foolishness. It all has pagan origins.
That's
All
right.
about it is this is the information age. All you have to do is Google pagan traditions and see what pops up.
That's right.
Google Easter is pagan.
Right.
Christmas is pagan.
Right.
Valentine's Day is pagan.
Right.
All of it is pagan. And then it pops up. So we have no reason to be ignorant.
That's right.
After what?
Teach.
After the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
And not after this Bible.
That's right.
Because it is not after Christ. Christmas is not after Christ. Easter is not after Christ.
That's right.
So now let's go ahead and hold this up.
Bring it
Because
up.
I made a statement that during the dark ages we ruled. And our images have been completely destroyed. You guys can come a little closer. We got a bunch of tabs in here. And these are actual paintings. This book, show them the book cover.
Bring it out. Bring it
These
out,
are
Ike.
called icons. Now this is ancient paintings that were painted during the Europe period of time in the Europe area of our people in rulership. So there's plenty of images in here that you can look and see that depicts our people during the blessings, as we read in Deuteronomy chapter 30. During the blessings, this is how we were in the blessings. Look at the angels.
Right.
Look at the angels. Our images have been completely destroyed.
That's right.
They don't want you to see this. You go look up these books and they make it harder to find. It is modern day book burning. They got books out there that are over $1,000.
That's
Why?
right.
Because they don't want you to get it.
Right.
They don't want you to get this information. They don't want you to see yourself as God's chosen people, as kings and queens, as priests of the Most High God.
Right.
They want you to go ahead and look at yourselves as niggas.
That's right.
Now, this book is called Icons, and it goes into iconoclasm. Iconoclasm is a destroying of the images.
That's right.
So a lot of these images, such as this one right here, you can see where it was whitewashed. If you look around the
Zach.
brother's nose, you can tell. You can tell his face was black. But
That's
they went
right.
ahead and they went around it, and they lightened up the images.
Right.
They put halos over here when they really had froze, and they tried to say it was a halo.
That's
The
right.
fingertips, the things that are hard for them to change, you can still see are dark. So on and so forth. So this is the image we got to keep in mind. When the scriptures say the blessings, it is talking about the dark ages. It is talking about the period of time where we ruled. Where we were on top.
That's
It's
right.
time for us to come back to that, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
You the ones kings on top of this earth.
Right.
You the ones ruling over all these lands.
That's
But
right.
now we found at the bottom. Why? Because we simply do not want to keep God's laws. Plain and simple. All these images, that's a brother. These are our people in here.
That's right.
Christ is black. The prophets are black. The
That's
prophets are
right.
black.
Right.
Black here
Right.
today to teach you how to keep God's laws and how to return to the Most High God.
That's right.
All right, so enough on that. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And we're gonna go back into that. We're gonna go back into the blessings and the curses. Because we gotta get back to a blessed point of people, a blessed state, a blessed people.
That's right.
ahead.
The
Teach.
book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee this day, that I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have driven thee.
So we gotta call these laws, statutes, and commandments to mind. Because they've been out of mind, they've been out of sight for far too long.
That's
We've
right.
been driven to the four corners of the earth,
Right.
including America.
Right.
And we gotta come back to the laws and keep them and put them to mind and put them to work.
That's right.
Read.
Teach. Ike.
And thou call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have driven thee, and shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
That's what we gotta do right there. We gotta return back to the Lord, his words, his voice,
That's
his
right.
Bible,
Right.
and do what it says.
Teach. Ike.
Read.
Bring it
And
out.
obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. Thou and thy children.
Thou and our children, they gotta keep the law, statutes, and commandments
Right.
too. Read.
With all thy heart and with all thy soul. That then,
That's the key word. Then, once we keep God's laws, then.
That's right. Teach.
that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity.
Then he will turn
That's-
our captivity.
that's
Then he will
right.
turn things around, back in order, back on top. We'll
Right.
be back on top.
Shalom Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.